Imagine this: one man, born in apartheid South Africa, with no silver spoon, no inherited empire, stares down the stars and says, "Not good enough." He doesn't just dream of electric cars, he electrifies the world. He doesn't just eye the moon, he colonizes Mars. And now, in October 2025, Elon Musk has shattered the financial cosmos, the first human ever to breach $500 billion in net worth. Welcome to Limitless Life Path, where we dismantle the invisible chains holding you back and chart courses to horizons you didn't know existed. I'm your guide on this journey, and today, we're dissecting Elon's ascent, not as a fairy tale, but as a blueprint. A blueprint for you, the dreamer in Detroit grinding through night shifts, the innovator in Manchester sketching prototypes in a cramped flat, the visionary in Vancouver questioning if your startup can scale. And yes, even for nations, from the bustling metropolises of the USA to the resilient shores of Australia, wondering how to leapfrog into tomorrow. Why does this matter? Because $500 billion isn't just numbers on a Forbes ticker. It's proof that audacious vision, relentless execution, and unyielding belief can rewrite reality. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 3 unbreakable principles Elon embodies, principles that can propel your life, your business, your country into the stratosphere. Hit that like button if you're ready to level up, subscribe for weekly doses of limitless thinking, and drop a comment. What's your $500 billion dream? Let's dive in. The Forge, Elon's early crucible. Every legend starts in the fire. Elon Musk arrived on this planet June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa, a land fractured by division, where opportunity was rationed like water in a drought. His parents split when he was young, leaving him shuttling between a physicist father he later called evil, and a model-turned-dietitian mother who embodied grit. Bullied relentlessly at school, once beaten so badly he needed hospital stitches, Elon retreated into books. Not just any books, Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, which planted the seed of multiplanetary civilizations. By age 10, he was coding his own video game, Blaster, selling it for $500, a fortune to a kid with stars in his eyes. At 17, he bolted to Canada on a whim, armed with his mother's citizenship and a backpack of dreams. Washed dishes, shoveled grain, menial hustles that built calluses on his soul. Then, the University of Pennsylvania, dual degrees in physics and economics, because Elon doesn't specialize, he synthesizes. He could have coasted into Wall Street comfort, but comfort. That's the enemy of progress. Instead, he co-founds Zip2, a digital city guide, sells it for $307 million in 1999. His cut? $22 million at 28. Most would have bought yachts. Elon. He poured it into X.com, which morphs into PayPal, cashed out for $180 million in 2002. Here's the raw truth: Elon's early path wasn't paved with privilege. It was potholed with failures, like when his first rocket company nearly bankrupted him, sleeping on factory floors, eating discount ramen. But he didn't whine. He welded. He iterated. And that's principle 1, embrace the crucible. Your scars. They're not setbacks, they're superpowers. That rejection email from the dream job. Fuel it into your side hustle. That economic slump in your country. Channel it into innovation hubs like Israel's Startup Nation model. Elon proves, pressure forges diamonds. What's your crucible calling you to forge today? The ascent, rockets, revolutions, and relentless bets. With PayPal windfall in hand, Elon could have retired to a life of leisure. Instead, he declared war on Earth's limits. 2002, SpaceX launches. Critics laughed, a car guy playing astronaut. 3 failed rockets later, Falcon 1 succeeds on the 4th try, 2008. NASA. They handed him a $1.6 billion contract. Today. Reusable rockets slashing space travel costs by 90%, Starship prototypes eyeing Mars colonies by 2030. Simultaneously, Tesla. 2004 investment turns a fledgling electric car startup into a $1 trillion juggernaut. Remember 2008? Global financial meltdown. Elon personally injects his last $40 million to save it, divorcing and scraping by on loans. Cybertruck reveal in 2019. Bulletproof glass mishap goes viral, not as failure, but as fearless. Now, Tesla's autonomy tech promises robot access revolutionizing urban mobility from LA freeways to Melbourne trams. But Elon's empire doesn't stop at wheels and wings. Neuralink, brain-machine interfaces to cure paralysis, merge minds with AI. The Boring Company, tunnels to unclog traffic nightmares in cities like Toronto. XA, Grok, challenging big tech's monopoly on truth. And X, formerly Twitter, a town square reborn for free speech, amplifying voices from Sydney suburbs to London protests. By 2025, Tesla's valuation soars on AI-driven EVs, SpaceX dominates orbital economy, and his portfolio, including XAI stakes, catapults him past $500 billion. Forbes clocks it October 1st, a fleeting peak at $501.2 billion, settling at $499.10, but the breach is etched in history. He's not just rich, he's re-architecting humanity's future. Principle 2, bet big on the impossible. Elon once said, if things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. Nations, take note, the USA's Apollo program bankrupted no one, it birthed Silicon Valley. Australia's mining boom. Pivot to green hydrogen exports. UK's post-Brexit blues. Double down on fintech like Revolut's rise. For you. That crazy app idea, prototype it. That community project, fundraise boldly. Elon's $500 billion. It's the compound interest of insane risks. What's your moonshot bet? The Mirror, lessons for you, the limitless trailblazer. Now, let's make this personal. You're not Elon, and that's your superpower. His $500 billion isn't a finish line, it's a mirror reflecting your untapped velocity. Principle 3. Scale your vision through systems. Elon doesn't solo, he orchestrates. SpaceX. 13,000 engineers iterating at warp speed. Tesla. Gigafactories churning 1 million cars yearly via automation symphonies. Apply it, audit your life like a Musk factory. Wasting hours on doom scrolling? Systematize with time blocks, 80-20th rule, Pareto's punch, 20% efforts yield 80% results. Dreaming of entrepreneurship? Build your first principle stack, break problems to atoms, reassemble bolder. Like Elon questioning, what are batteries made of? Why not mine lithium smarter? For the collective, countries, emulate Estonia's digital governance, e-residency turning bureaucracy into bandwidth. Canada, your AI talent pool. Channel it into national quantum labs. Australia, UK, USA, foster Musk mindsets in schools, not rote learning, but failure labs where kids launch mini-rockets. But here's the viral spark, Elon's not infallible. Cybertruck delays, Twitter turbulence, he owns them publicly, turning memes into momentum. You. Share your stumbles in comments below. Let's build a limitless life path community where vulnerability virals into victories. Remember, $500 billion started with a 10-year-old's code. Your billion, in impact, not just dollars, starts now. What's one system you'll install this week? The horizon, nations rising, a global reckoning. Zoom out, Elon's triumph isn't solitary, it's a siren for sovereigns. In a world of $100 trillion GDPs, one man's wealth rivals small nations, South Africa's entire economy, dwarfed. Yet, it's not envy we need, it's emulation. The USA birthed Elon the immigrant, Visa lotteries to venture capital, a petri dish for audacity. Now, invest in that, triple R&D tax credits, launch Mars grants for space startups. UK. Your Magna Carta spirit, deregulate AI ethics to outpace EU red tape, birthing Cambridge as Europe's Neuralink hub. Australia, from convict ships to quantum leaps, mine the outback for rare earths fueling Tesla batteries, export down under innovation, worldwide. Canada, polite powerhouse, universal basic compute, subsidizing coders in Calgary to code the climate cure. Elon's lesson for leaders, wealth compounds when nations bet on brains over borders. Imagine, a G7 limitless accord, pooled funds for fusion energy, echoing Apollo's moonshot. Positive rivalry, USA versus UK in reusable rocketry, Canada versus Australia in EV minerals. No zero-sum, all-sum ascension. Elon at $500 billion. He's the canary in the coal mine, signaling an era where billionaires build bridges to billions more. Countries, heed, your GDP's not a ceiling, it's a launch pad. The call, ignite your limitless flame. As the credits roll on this chapter of human ambition, remember, Elon Musk's $500 billion isn't his alone. It's ours, a collective conquest against complacency. You've got the blueprint, embrace your crucible, bet on the impossible, scale through systems. For individuals, start small, dream galactic. For nations, unite in audacity, not isolation. This is Limitless Life Path signing off, but your path. It's just igniting. Smash subscribe for more unfiltered fuel. Next week, beating Bezos, your e-commerce empire. Like if Elon's story sparked something fierce. Comment your takeaway, my crucible is. Or, my moonshot bet is, and tag a friend who needs this rocket boost. Share this video across the Anglosphere, from Yankee driveways to Aussie barbecues, because one view becomes one victory. What's your limit? Spoiler, there are none. Go limitless. Fade to stars. Subscribe to Limitless Life Path, where dreams dock with destiny.